Testing, testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Bill Mossart. Here I am again. A little later than usual because I'm doing a lot of promoting lately, which is good. It does mean that it sometimes it interferes with the normal schedule, the normal things. So I appreciate you guys coming out and hanging out with me for a couple of minutes. Always cool. It's what I look forward to every week. So I hope everybody else's week is going well. I see that there are things in the chat already. Let's see. Let me aim the camera at the table here. All right, here we go. Hey, everybody. Okay, let's see. Wow, I don't know if I want to scroll all the way to the top here. There's a lot of things going on. There's a whole thing going on. All right, so I don't know who's here at the moment, but I will say hi to some people that were here. I will say hi to Kevin. Kevin, what's up, dude? In the middle of a conversation with some person, and I'd have to scroll all the way up to the top to find out what you guys were talking about. But I will say hello to some person. I'll say hello to Kevin. Let me scroll up to see who else might have been in here. Chris Dean was in here. And I might randomly cough, just so you guys know. I had kind of a head cold earlier in the week, and luckily it was just that. It was just a regular old cold, not a big deal. Just a runny nose, get a cough, and all that. So I took care of it. I'm feeling better, but I have a lingering cough that's hanging out against my will. So, if I have to mute the microphone or if I just randomly cough right into the microphone, don't worry, I'm not dying. It's just me getting over the rest of this cold. Some person says that's a neat intro. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. I gotta do some more. Media stuff just for the intros and the outros and stuff. I like doing that stuff. Gorventa says hello. Says, hey Bill, I was actually going to bed. Then I saw this notification. How you doing, man? I'm glad you're here with us. Awesome. Yeah, we're promoting Nira-X Dark Seas #3. So I don't know. I think most everybody that usually comes to the show is already backing it, which I so much appreciate. It's like I could not put it properly into words or speak proper English to say thank you. But I'm glad you guys are on board. No pun intended. Dark Seas, get it? Pirates. But I'm glad you guys are supporting the book. I think I have the link in the description below for anybody who's watching the video afterwards. So we have Nira-X's brand new issue #3 of a 3-issue miniseries, and it's on Kickstarter right now. We're on Kickstarter because Kickstarter is the only thing we know how to use. We'll learn how to use Indiegogo and Fund My Comics soon, so that way we can kind of expand and start using some different things. But if you missed issues 1 and 2, they're also available, I believe, in limited quantities, but they're available as add-ons. So if you order your tier, you should be able to find issues 1 and 2. I think there's also a small quantity of the issue 0 still left, like the big 300-page issue 0 that reprints all of the Entity Comics original Nira-X stories from the 90s. I'm glad that Tom still has that available. So he's doing a really, really good job, like managing the store and setting up the campaign, and that way I can just concentrate on drawing the book. You know what? I'll give you guys a look. I'll give you guys a look-see. I've got an action set piece here where I'm going to have Nira-X going up against a bunch of mermaids, just to kind of wrap up the whole pirate theme that I've got going on with the whole ocean pirate theme. So I got her having a big, huge fight. I've got some story pages here. Got a cool pose there. She's blasting one of these zombie guys. So I've got a few pages here. I'll flip through them fast so that you see that I'm working on the book. Got a lot of things going on here, but I do have I could show you page 1. Page 1's complete. Now check out page 1. I like the way she looks here, and I liked adding the gray tones to the original art. I think that's gonna add a lot to it. I used to do that before, and I miss doing that a lot. So I got my fix. Unhinged, what's up, man? Unhinged says, got my Zen in. It's dope. Thanks, dude. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad you dig it. We're starting to work on number 2. We're going to do a Kickstarter for number 2 next month. I think it launches on the 31st. So I'm really happy that you got it. I know there was a delay in fulfilling issue 1, but there was just a lot of moving parts with the publisher. It's a larger publisher and stuff. So we basically took over the fulfillment so that way it could get done. Now for issue 2, we're actually doing everything. We're creating the book, we're printing the book, and we're also going to be fulfilling the book. So we're not going to be going through the channels that they usually go through. So that way everything will get done a little bit faster, and everything will get delivered on time. Won't be late. So I'm super happy that you like the book, dude. I see some person says he's the mad mouse which strikes at midnight. You made me laugh. So I'm gonna. That's why I coughed. Very cool. Very cool. Glad everybody's saying hello. This is awesome. Kevin, what's up, dude? Let's see. Anyone else have no sound? Uh-oh. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Is it just Kevin? Okay, some person says I got sound. So I don't know. Maybe Kevin, maybe refresh the page. Well, if you got no sound, you don't hear my words. I'll tell Kevin. Well, actually, he'll do it. He knows more about computers than I do. I just know how to draw and color on computers. I'm no IT expert. Chris Dehan in the house. Hey, what's up, Chris? Hello, all. Hello back at you. Kevin says, yeah, I got it fixed. What did I miss? Sorry about the occasional cough. I just got that tickle in my throat. It's I don't feel sick or anything anymore, so no more body aches, no more runny nose, anything like that. But you know what? My body punishes me for feeling better. So the lingering cough will stick with me for probably a couple of weeks. Sometimes that's what happens with me. Maurice, what's up, dude? Maurice says, hey, Bill and others joining our regular broadcasted show live. Yeah, man, this is our Saturday, dude. But apparently it's the Midnight Mouse this time, so we'll make do with what we got. Very cool, very cool. And Hinge says he's cool, have sound. Ken says he's got sound. Ken, what's up, dude? Hey, by the way, I'm digging this pencil. Check this out, guys. Ken went to, let me see if I can get it up at the camera so you can actually see it. Let's see. It's just a shadow. Let me see. Yeah, see that? There you go. You can see some of the. Ken went to Japan recently and got me some art supplies. He got me this cool ass pencil, and he got me this cool ass eraser. I like Japanese stuff. Like the packaging and stuff is so cool with like the Japanese writing and stuff. And the cat really, she wants to steal my eraser because it's got the cool little dog design. I'm gonna leave the eraser up on my counter. I dig it. I don't want to use it. I don't want to like use it up. It might get used at some point. We'll see what happens. Kevin says it was just me. Okay, Kevin's got it all fixed. Trek meets Wars. Oh, awesome. Oh, you see the the vest on Nira's dad. Very Han Solo. I can't help myself. I like to put pop culture stuff into my stuff. Oh, by the way, tell all your friends. It's like we're actually going to be giving away some art after the campaign, after the Kickstarter for Dark Seas #3. After that is complete, about a week after, we're going to have a live stream. We're going to pick 4 winners. One of them is going to get this cover, which is the pencils for the cover. It's not the inks. Mikey Babinski actually did the inks for this cover, and he printed his own blue lines from a file. So I got the pencils preserved. So we're going to be giving away this cover and 3 interior pages from the book. I'm going to randomly pick 3 interior pages, and we're going to pick 4 random winners at the end of like a week after the campaign ends. We're going to pick 4 random backer numbers from the confirmed backer list. So you guys will have a chance to win some art. And if you don't like the art, you can take it to eBay and flip it for a couple $100. That's a good investment. That's a good investment. But hopefully you love it. Hopefully you keep it, and hopefully you win. And him saying hello, very cool. Ken says, "Oh, Nira and her dad. Is Freddie Mercury her father?" I know, man. It's like I gave him a like this big old West like mustache. But it could very well be a Freddie Mercury mustache. Freddie Mercury's a little bit more buff. Christy Han says, Midnight Mouse, spicier, more risque. Well, you know, as risque as YouTube lets us be. Granted, remember, every time somebody wins a piece, we can always risque it up after the show. So when the piece gets inked and it's all finished, it could be leaned a little bit more towards not safe for work. You know how YouTube is with their censors. Need light on the pencil. Yeah, I know, it's too dark. Let me see. Let me put the. Oh, there you go. I got the light right on it. There you go. See some of the little design and stuff, and lettering and stuff. It's cool. It's a really nice pencil. It's just super cool that you actually like pick me up something like from like on the streets of Japan. I love that, man. That's one day that's gonna be a trip that hopefully I'll take at some point. So this is this is very meaningful to me. I like it, and it's art supplies. Hell yeah. Maurice says, "Here's hoping, Chris." Yeah, we can sexy it up. Let's see. Kevin says, "Midnight brings out the breast and Bill." Ken says, "Glad you dig them." Yeah, I do for sure. Is that a Pentel pencil? No, it's a different brand. I kept the paper that was part of the packaging. I actually stuck it up on my board, but it's across the room. I don't want to get up. But it's made by Uni. Like Uni makes lots of pens and pencils and stuff like that, like mechanical pencils and stuff. It's a good brand. It's a nice pencil. I like it. Beaverin, thanks for hanging out with us. Awesome. Love child. Kevin says, I meant Trek meets Wars as in the idea tonight. Let's see, green chicks and chicks with the tentacle hair. Oh, all right. You're starting to paint a picture in my brain. This is good. Could have an Orion girl with a tentacle hair chick, with a Ahsoka type chick. That would be cool. Beaverin says of Freddie and David Bowie. Oh, love child of Freddie and David Bowie. Yeah, I totally agree. I must have subconsciously been thinking about that. That's funny, dude. That actually fits. with a little bit of juicing up because he's kind of buff. Maurice says, "Hey Kevin, since we lost out on Nira in the sheets, maybe Mandy in the sheets." Oh, we got two good ideas going on. So it's like a Star Wars Star Trek mashup, or possibly a Mandy in the sheets piece. All right, that was me muting the microphone on purpose. I didn't want to like cough into the microphone. That little cough attack, that little tickle in your throat, it'll sneak up on you. So if I just go silent for no damn reason, that's because I'm probably coughing super loud just so I can freaking gets it out of my system and I can just come right back and start talking again. So just letting you know, I didn't die on camera, at least. Mighty Geek, what's up, dude? Let's see, does mom know that you're broadcasting after midnight? I know, right? I'm breaking some rules tonight. Kevin says Mandy without the sheets. You know what? I haven't drawn Mandy in a minute, and now I want to draw Mandy. And we could probably do it with that same kind of pose as that page one Nira, like, you know, lying back in the bed like that. That might be what we're gonna do. I think we might gonna be doing that. Let's see. Beaverin says it's the guy that bought your Nira-X Electra Assassin art. Oh, dude. Cool, man. Much appreciated, my friend. We really had a lot of fun. Drawing that. And it's a set. So, oh, by the way, you know, I could give you an update. Let me see here. Yeah, I think Mikey actually sent me a message, and he sent me a tracking number. So the inks, I believe, might have actually gone in the mail today, and then my pencils are going to be going off in the mail probably Monday morning, if not Tuesday at the latest. And I'll send you a tracking number for that. Thanks, dude. That's awesome, man. I'm glad you're here hanging out. It's awesome. Let's see, Ken says, were you able to ink the butt hugger from the last stream? Not yet. If anybody's wondering about the butt hugger, let me see. Okay, it's still safe for me to show. I've got it right here. It's on my little drawer right here. So I got a little butt hugger right here. I think we're kind of leaning towards Mandy this week, though. I think we might have to do Mandy. Kevin says the Twi'lek. The rumor is they are most passionate in the Star Wars universe, and the Orions are the same in the Trek universe. This is true. Yeah, the Orions I know for sure. The Twi'lek or Twi'lek? I think it's Twi'leks. I know Osaka has like the same kind of head design. But man, you got me really kind of excited about the Mandy idea. Kevin says dead air. The Twi'lek Syndicate has a good mix. All wearing a certain bikini. Yeah, it would be like the slave bikini for sure. Jason, what's up, dude? Hot chicks with lasers and swords. Always a good idea. Ken says it's May the 4th, so definitely Star Wars. Maybe Mercy as Leia holding the leash that's attached to the collar of a furry Allura. Chewbacca. Oh my god. We're really combining it up. You know, you do make a good point that the 4th is right around the corner. Like, oh, well, it's the 4th right now. I look up on my thing and I'm just like, oh yeah, midnight does mean that we're the next day. We're no longer Saturday. So it's may the 4th be with you. Damn it. Well, I guess we should do something. I guess we should do the Star Wars Star Trek mashup then. Make it sexy. We could save Mandy for next. Yeah, Maurice even agrees. Kevin says, I think everyone would love the other art you're working on. Yes. But I have to put a lot of Post-its on that one. Because, oh, where did I put it? I put it right here next to me. Oh, here it is. Maybe I'll put a couple of Post-its on it so that way I can show it off. It is appropriate for the May the 4th be with you. So this is good. So let me put that there. Let me put this here. Let me put this post-it here. I gotta put 2 post-its here. Good God. There's so many post-its on your art, Kevin. Okay, so this is Kevin's piece that's being worked on. I had to put some post-its on here for safety. Got to protect the children. I got to protect it. Your children shouldn't be up this late. Anyway, that's what I'm saying. So I got Ray wearing a Slave Leia bikini, but there's Stormtrooper armor, possibly a Twi'lek, chilling out. I like the 3 hearts on R2, kind of slot machine style. All right, that's one for a little bit later. This is good. That's good. That's a good Star Wars piece. Mighty Geek says Mandy and the Predator. I like that too, but I think the May the 4th be with you thing is probably going to win out. Maurice says the Twi'lek for pronunciation. Thank you, Maurice. You would think, since I've only been watching Star Wars since 1978, that I would know how to pronounce things. Twi'lek, thank you. A furry Allura, oh my God. Kevin says that girl needs to shave. So Mercy is holding an electric razor. Kevin says Bill's breaking out the post-its. I know, dude. It's like so many post-its for years. Jason says I blame 3M. Some person says that's a neat sensor on R2. Oh, you notice that? It's ribbed for her pleasure. Kevin says, I think that lightsaber needs to be a little bit more rounded. Ken says that Lady Darth cover was really awesome. Maybe something with that. Quite possibly, but it's like I got the since we're May the 4th, a Lady Darth kind of thing being thrown in would be good. So I'm gonna keep it in mind. Right now we got a Twi'lek. I think we have an Orion girl, which means that I'll definitely have to color it for our Patreon page. That way you can tell she's an Orion girl. Maybe have them wearing Slave Leia bikinis. Mighty Geek says, you forget that 90s kids bought your work. This is true. Some person says Mara Jade could be there. She's a redhead. This is true too. All right, so let's start with putting a Twi'lek. I did say it right? Twi'lek. I think we're gonna get a Twi'lek in here. Maybe that page 1 thing of them lying back in bed might be the 2 of them lying back in bed. That might be pretty fun. Yeah, here comes the cough again. I'm gonna mute, but I'm fine. Hopefully, I will not have to refill my water bottle. Because if I do, I have to leave for like a second to refill the bottle, and then I'll have to come back up. All right, so the plan for tonight is we're going to roughly pencil in this artwork with the intention of inking it afterwards, after the show. Yeah, you hear that cough? Sounds like I'm dying. So yeah, I'll loosely pencil it in, and then when we auction it at the end of the drawing, just be sure to know that you're going to be receiving a fully inked piece. So something more along the lines of, from the rough pencil to getting something a lot more finished. just like this. So let me set this over here. I'm going to look up something real quick. Oop. My goodness, is my phone going to work? Okay, we're good. I was just making sure that cough wasn't going to kill me. See, Kevin says that was a very Peter Lorre sounding voice you had there. Sold! Stop getting sick, dude. I know, right? And actually, you know what? Here's the worst part about the whole thing. I'm not sick right now. Like, I feel fine. Like, I actually got rid of this head cold probably like 2 days ago. But every time I get some kind of like a little runny nose, kind of head cold, little summer cold or whatever, I always have a lingering cough for no damn reason. It's just like a tickle at the base of your throat, and as soon as it doesn't feel right, it just makes me cough my brains out. All right, so I'm gonna leave this up here like this so that way I can see that. All right, cool. I just wanted to have a little quick reference for her headdress thing. Make sure that I get that correct, because I don't draw her all the time, so I want to make sure I have it like pretty on point. Jason says zinc. I take 2 every day. It makes my immune system super strong. I might think about doing that. Isn't zinc like a metal? I don't know. I eat Lucky Charms. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe my diet needs to change. Kevin says, yeah, Bill, you need to live forever. We want to see you complete more art. I have to live. Sacrificial zincs. So Bill's body is a boat. Maurice says, I was wondering if Irish Nira was not safe for work. I know I left it up to you. Irish Nira. I gotta look at it. You know what? The piece that I'm doing for you, I think you did say that you're gonna leave it up to me, but I thought the direction I was gonna take with it was basically not safe for work. I think was the note that I wrote down for that one. That's on my to-do shelf on the other side of the thing, so I have to get up and go take a look at it. But that's what I think I wrote down for you. So it should be good. I mean, if you wanted to confirm right now, I'll just make a little note for myself right here, just to make sure that it'll be not safe for work if you would like it to be that way. But I think that's the note that I wrote down already, just so you know. Some person says, do you take a multivitamin? I take a couple things just because I'm getting older, I think. I got to take vitamin D pills so I don't get vitamin D deficient, because apparently vitamin D does everything. Like your body needs it for like a whole bunch of different things. And most people are vitamin D deficient. Let's see, I take some crazy omega pill. That's just a fish oil thing. It's just for your gut. But I don't take a multivitamin. I probably should. Something I got to start thinking about. I need more nutrients. Zinc makes something else really strong. Corventus. Maurice says, oh, the St. Patrick's Day. Oh, yeah. I think, yeah, you brought that to my memory now. Okay, we're good. Yeah, that's supposed to be a not safe for work piece. Or that's what I wrote down. I mean, if you change your mind, totally cool. Like, just let me know. But yeah, we had that kind of set up for a not safe for work. I have a note on that one. Yeah, the St. Patrick's Day one, of course. Kevin says, takes a sledgehammer, gives things a firm tap. Stan, what's up, my friend? Glad you're hanging out with us, dude. Let's see, Star Wars is a moral imperative. I agree. I absolutely agree. So that's what we're going to be shooting for. So we're gonna start with. I don't know if I'm gonna attempt to make this particular character like actually Ahsoka. Maybe I will. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'll get her, get a nice little look on her face, little inquisitive look on her face here, and then we'll see what they're going to be doing here. I think they're going to be lying back in bed. This is going to be the good morning wake up piece. Got a little eraser in here. Get rid of a little bit of my structure lines. There we go. So we get a nice little thing going here. And like I said, when I get in with the inks, this will all be tight. Like there's going to be like some patterns on her skin and stuff like that I'm sure I'll tighten up once I get to the inking stage. But at the very least, we're going to have our rough drawing ready to go, so that way you guys can see what's going on. I'll get some of these lines in real quick, and then I will go back to my screen. I'll catch up with what you guys are talking about. I like the little markings on her face. I got quiet just for a second. I just didn't want to start coughing. There we go. That's good. I want to get the general shape. I always like the way these look. We'll see about what kind of little vacation pose we're gonna put on her. There we go. Let me see, we can get a little bit closer here since we don't have the full body drawn just yet. All right, let me catch up with you guys real quick. Let me see what we are. Oh yeah, St. Patrick's Day. Spoing! All right, this is where we left off. We're agreeing with Stan that Star Wars is a moral imperative. Maurice says, let's see. No, I'm good with that. Kevin and Ken will like to have it shared on your Patreon. Oh, excellent, excellent. And the thing is, digitally, I'll probably make a safe for work version of it, because digitally I'll draw like some extra elements onto it to like cover her up, so that way we can post it like in regular places, in all the normal places. Kevin says, and tomorrow we can have another stream for Revenge of the 5th. Let's see, Christy Hen says, back to stream, back-to-back streams, oh yeah. Mirrored image pieces? Possibly. Some person says, one with the Force, this one is. I could picture Yoda saying that, yep. Let's see, Christy Hen says, just don't force it, amen. Maurice says, that would be cool. Doing the mirrored piece? That's a possibility. Kevin says the Force would be influencing both. What neither the light side or the dark side know that they are both influenced by the pink side. Maurice says the other mirror side is the dark side of the page. so the dark side page, black paper with white lines. That could be a thing. Christiane says, oh, everything is influenced by that. This is true. I agree. Kevin says, thanks for being so giving. All right. Let's see about what little pose here. Just getting a general mental picture for how her body is going to be positioned, so that way I kind of know where to put everything. This is going to be a good Star Wars Day piece. I want her arm up about this high. I might change that. We're gonna see how this looks. Depends on how the torso and the other elements play with each other. The doctor is in. Yeah, I kind of want her arm in this position better. Sometimes you just gotta listen to the paper, man. I go in with a certain idea, and then I have to augment. All right, drawing in the little bikini action. But keep in mind, when it gets inked, we can modify that. I want to make sure we keep things safe for the old YouTube. We don't want to get hit. We don't want to be taken off the air. Okay, now we have to get, there we go. Just wanted to aim the camera so you can see a little bit more. Get her in a nice playful pose. I haven't coughed in a minute. This is good. This bodes well for the evening. If I can keep my coughs away, I'll be a happy Bill. Be a happy mouse. Okay, let me leave that there for a moment. Let me see where you guys are at. See if I don't have to scroll too far. Let's see. See, I think this is where we left off. Here we go. Maurice, you need to add a Spaceballs added. And we can wonder how big the Schwartz really is. We need to have some Spaceball elements in here. Spaceballs, the doormat. We can have one of them Spaceball guards in the background, like freaking out. That would actually be pretty funny, dude. Let me think about where I could fit somebody like that. I got this here. And do we really want? There we go. Let me sort of rough in. Let me rough in the bikini part here. And while I'm doing that, I'll ask you guys a question. The second character, the character that she'll be hanging out with, do you think it should be like an Orion girl, or do you think another Star Wars character instead? I'm just going to kind of rough in where the little squiggly metal bits go on her bikini. Keep in mind, we're probably going to erase most of the bikini out when we ink it. So that'll be completely up to the winner. Okay, when I'm kind of done with her leg here, I'll check the chat and see what you guys think about the second character. The initial idea was to have an Orion girl kicking it with her. And if you guys still like that idea, that's what we'll try. That's what we'll shoot for. Yeah, Ken, I'm liking this pencil, dude. It's working for me. Give her a little bikini bottom. It's a miniature bikini. It's a micro bikini for the bottom. There comes the cough again. Let me mute the mic just for a second. I'm gonna have a swig of water. All right, let me scroll up a little bit. Let's see, some person says there could be a few pictures of previous boyfriends on the side table. Oh, that's kind of a cool idea. I like that. All right, let's, we'll imagine that there is a table here. That could be what she's doing with her hand right here. So we got some pictures falling off this table here. We could throw in like a Han Solo. We could throw in Han and Chewbacca and like some random people. Throw in a Boba Fett. That's a good idea, dude. I wouldn't have thought of that. That's a good idea. I'll rough in the, there we go. Let's see here. Oop, I don't need that light. There we go. Yeah, technically, this could be Mando, or this could be Boba Fett. I'll put a dent in this helmet. We know it's Boba Fett. We know it's you, bro. All right, just kind of rough in Boba. Let me rough in Chewbacca. Chewbacca looking like he got caught. He looks like a German Shepherd. There we go. He'll look a little bit more like himself when I jump in with the inks. This is Han in this picture because he's got the vest. Good idea, dude. That's a fun idea. There we go. All right, let me put the camera a little bit higher. That way we can see more of the picture all at once. There we go. That's a great idea with the pictures. Good idea. Let's see, Kevin says, whatever Bill does, don't let anyone eat the dinner special. The alien. Hello, my baby. Dude, first of all, you're making me laugh, which is making me cough. And I can't sing that because it'll make me cough. Normally I would have sang it. Marie says, oh, you did a Togruta after looking at it closer. A Togruta. I don't know my Star Wars terms as well as I should. I'm a little embarrassed about that because I love Star Wars. Kevin says, I couldn't remember what that race was called. Thanks, Maurice. This is true. Jason says, Ahsoka. Oh my. Yeah, I was using Ahsoka's pattern as my reference. So this is kind of like my little version of Ahsoka right here. The camera's looking at it a little weird too. So her body is longer than. There you go. This is more her straight on. It's just that she's angled down at the table from the camera, so kind of makes her bottom look like it's a little bit shorter than it is. Marie says Darth Talon, which would be a really, really cool idea. I'll definitely let me look up my my Darth Talon reference real quick, just so I can get her. I can get her pattern down a little bit, because I could tighten it up afterwards, but still, I want to get it close enough so that while we're working on her tonight, we can bring it on. There we go. Found some nice pics. Let's save a couple little quick pics as reference. That'll be good. Nice, nice. There you go. Just want to make sure I got a couple of quick shots of her. And then I throw it up on my phone and use it as a quick little rough reference. There we go. Good, good, good. All right, let me catch up with the chat real quick and see where you guys are at, and I will continue the drawing. Let's see. Kevin says, I got a second on Maurice. So we got two votes for Dark Talon. I agree. Let's keep it Star Wars centric too. So that's actually a really good idea. Ken says it should be a touchy-feely Jabba, which I could totally see happening. Oh, Kevin says, or maybe Ula. This is true. She could be back to. I mean, she's all she did was dance. Maybe she wants to be part of the party too. I don't think Jabba would let her pass. I know Jabba would just throw her in the floor. Off to the Rancor, baby. Some person says maybe as a third R2, maybe as a third R2 in between them. I like putting R2D2 in places. I do. Kevin says Bill hasn't broken a lead yet. I know this pencil is really, really behaving well. So yeah, I go up a notch in quality and see what happens. Oh, the blue Twilight Jedi. Yeah. Kevin says the camera likes the art too. It's giving her a halo. Hey, you notice that? I got the little studio light thing on it. Ken says, glad you like it. Walmart pencils are shit. They are, actually. They're like little workhorses though. But it's nice to have something better, that's for sure. Jason says, got my coffin too, Bill. You're too close to the screen. You must have caught it. Some person says one could be Yoda with a smug look. You know, Yoda back there. I could see that happening too. Ah, yes. Kevin just sent me my own reference. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna put it in my photo roll, my picture roll. I'm gonna use my own picture as reference because I drew another Darth Talon. Oh, can you see it? Can you even see it? Let's see. Too much light, too much interference. Oh, there you go. Sure, you're not gonna focus now. Okay, well, suffice to say, I've got a couple pictures of Darth Talon upon my phone for reference. So I think we're drawing Dark Talon. I think that's where we're headed. Thanks, Kevin. That actually does help me a lot. Okay, let me put this over here. Make sure I got my photos thing up. Okay, good. All right, let me catch up with the chat real quick and we'll get back to drawing. Jason says, Chewie looks perplexed. I know he does. Marie says, Yoda has the all-knowing smirk on his face. Kevin says, and Luke, he's the short one whose head barely peeks over the frame of the picture. Dude, that's actually, I love that idea. That's a good idea. There you go, so you can see what I'm doing here. The young farm boy from next to Mos Eisley. He's at the very bottom of the picture. And I'm making him look obviously I'm going to tighten that up when the inks jump in. All right, let me see here. Mindfall Media, I have arrived. Thanks for being here, dude. Awesome. Glad you're hanging out with us. Jason says maybe Austin Powers in the background. LOL. Yeah, baby. Chris says nice. Darth Talon. Ooh, this would be good too. Oh, that's what we're doing. Darth Talon. And in your own style too. I know, right? That's the best reference I can get. I know I can draw her looking just like that. Kevin says that young farm boy grew up fast and learned many things. All right, I think we have decided officially as a group that it's going to be Dark Talon. It is holiday appropriate because it is definitely May the 4th be with you now. All right, so which way do I want her? I want her to be maybe like this, like this, like this. Get a nice angle on her cabeza. That way she can be looking back over her shoulder at Ahsoka. It's just a Star Wars night. Of course, Dark Talon's going to have a little bit more attitude. Yeah, this pencil is behaving really, really nice. I give 5 stars. Highly recommend. Alright, just getting the angle on her skull. This is like a naughty party. You can't stop these girls. They're gonna do what they want. All right, let me figure out what direction her torso and everything is going to be pointed in. That way we can get everything all figured out to be good. Get the skull shape before I add the tentacles on her head here. I like how big they are. They're cool. Intertwined. Hello. That worked out accidentally very well. The paper knows what it wants. It's all about just giving the paper what it wants. I'll jump over to the chat in just a moment and we'll figure out where everybody is. We'll get some of the markings on her head ready so that way kind of know where to go with that. That'll be good. I'll get it all tightened up in due process. Here we go. Let me catch up with you guys in the chat real quick before I keep on drawing. It is Tentacle Chicks. I just spotted that. Mindfall says, all in favor? I still got that lingering cough. Ugh. All right, well, it's getting better though. It's just that little tickle in the back of my throat. Don't worry, I'll mute the mic if I get a cough attack in the middle of the drawing. Let's see, Kevin says tonight it is the Tentacle Chicks. Yes, yes. Kevin Green, keep your tentacles away. We have one Sarlacc creature already. I see it now, Kevin says. Ahsoka, I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. Lucas. Darth Talon, don't you dare capture me in an unflattering angle. I know, right? He's like, you get me in my best angle. Kevin says, sends all 10 tentacles in to abduct these babies. Sai, what's up? Cyborg Valkyrie in the house. Did I join in time for the Ahsoka hentai? You're just in time. You're just in time, my friend. This is what happens when you join the Midnight Mouse. Kevin says, nope, we're moving into the Jar Jar. No, we're not. No, Misa, say no. Some person says, hello. Very good, very good. Awesome, awesome. Always happy when Sai is hanging out with us. That's awesome. Kevin says, the paper is listening to our mental vibes. Oh, for sure. Jason says, cue Jim Morrison because you need them badly. Some person says, what was the new date for the auction? Please let us know, Sai. The new date. I've got it written down right here. I think I can actually answer that one, maybe. If I can find my calendar. There it is. Sai, if you can confirm my findings in my research that I have in my nasty calendar. Let me see here. I've got June 14th as the new date. Is that correct? That's the date that I've got written down. I've got June 14th written down. I think. You have to confirm it for me because you know the real deets. Kevin says, break on through to the pinker side. Break on through. You're making me laugh, dude. I don't think I told you, Sai. I got rid of a head cold, like literally, like I don't know, like 2-3 days ago. But every time I get one of those colds, it's a cold that lasts for like what, 3 days. It's a normal cold. It's not like anything crazy. But afterwards, I'll still have the tickle in my throat for like a week, possibly 2 weeks. And it messes me up. I just got this tickle in my throat, and I'll have a cough attack out of nowhere. Some person says, I heard it was June. For the date? The new date for the auction? For the Red Valkyrie auction? Let's see, let me just redo her jaw just a little bit. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, my photo reference went away. I got lots of patterns on her face, and I need to know what they look like. All right, good. This is good enough. My phone's telling me to go to sleep. Don't you know, phone? We're busy right now. And I'll tighten up these designs too in the inking. I want to get some gestures down of where the general markings are going to go, so that way that'll help me when I start inking it, and then I can get them down a little bit more tighter. Is that a word? More tighter? Dark Talon's in the house, ba-bam! She says, I've been working out. I want to show it off. Don't worry, YouTube censors. She's wearing a bikini. For the moment. It's hot on Tatooine. People don't like to wear clothes on the Tatooine. Yeah, that cough is trying to sneak into my life. But hopefully it will not win. Here we go. Let me mute this just for a second. All right, I drank some water. I think I got some of it out of my system. We'll see what happens. Okay, let me see. Make sure. Let's see. Maurice says, not tonight, phone. I know, right? Trying to get me to go to bed before I finish this drawing. What are you talking about? Some person says, did Kat set your phone alarm? No, embarrassingly enough, it was me. I set my own alarm thinking that it was actually going to work. Oh my gosh. Me with a schedule? Forbid the thought. Let's see. Maurice says, in the words of Austin Powers, shwing. Christy Hen says, are the YouTube censors that bad? Yeah, when it comes to the sexy stuff, like if it's actual like nudity that's not like you can't say that it's medical or like I don't know, like yoga. I don't know. There's got to be some excuse for it. So I'm just not taking a chance at them like just censoring our stream, you know. So for the time being, I mean, I do like the way that I've sort of been drawing, like the Slave Leia bikini when it comes to like the more sexy kind, is that I'll draw like all of the ribbing and the little curly cues and all that stuff, all the little metal gilding that's in the bikini, but then I will not draw the cloth of the bikini, so that way it's essentially bare, like you could see inside of it, so that way it's more fun that way. So at least for right now, she looks cool because I got like it kind of like stuck on. Kind of hanging on for dear life over there. That's pretty cool. I like that. Good compromise for the moment. There you go. Let me get some little markings on her arms here. Cool. Make sure my reference doesn't disappear on me. There we go. Butt to butt. Get her other foot over here. Make sure she has 2 legs. That's always important. They get mad when you forget their other leg. They're so picky. So picky, these girls. Let me have some pillows strewn about. They like pillows. We mentioned Jabba before, and Jabba's palace has lots of pillows and junk, so They know what's up. They know they gotta have some pillows around. Excuse me. The darn cough. It's coming back to get me again, guys. Let me mute it just for a second. So anyways, some person said I'm still muted. So I liked, there we go. We're good. First of all, putting Salacious Crumb in there somewhere, fantastic idea. I was actually looking up some quick little reference for Salacious so I get his face right. And a forced pillow fight is good. Yeah, sorry that I was still on mute. All right. Well, I made comments about all of your comments as I was moving my way down in between dying of coughing. All right, but yeah, having him hang from the ceiling by his tail, it's actually a pretty good idea. I like that idea. Wait a minute. Was he hanging? He was hanging. Was he hanging by his tail? Was he hanging? I feel like he was hanging by his arm. But by his tail would be funny. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Let me see. Let me save his picture real quick, just in case I lose my. Just in case I use my tab. Oh, yeah, Maurice says I hear music, but that's it. Yeah, I'm sorry. When I start coughing. By the way, I'm not sick anymore. I got this tickle in my throat that's left over from the cold that I had early this week. And I swear, it's just like, you know when you swallow popcorn and like one little freaking thing gets stuck like in your throat somewhere? So, yeah, it's like it's a cough like that, where it's like this little tickle and it destroys you. So I figured I'd do you the courtesy of not coughing right into the microphone. All right, just add a little bit of something here. I can get away with not giving her bottoms for a minute. All right, so we know where that's going to be at. We know where that's going to be at. Salacious Crumb would be awesome for over here. That is a great idea. He would be dropping in on this party. I'll have him smiling. I'll have him laughing like he does. Salacious Crumb. He's got the fur around his neck like he's a pimp. You know, Kevin's right about the pencil not breaking as often. That's something I wasn't even thinking about while I was drawing. I was just like, no, but now that you mention it, I can't not think about it. So funny. Oop, let me put this up. There we go. I love his scrawny body. Sweet. That was a good idea to put him up there. I think I'll add just a little bit of framing to the piece for this one. A little drop shadow. So I'll give it a little. So this will be blacked out here, so that way we got a little framing around it, so that way we've got something. We can imply that Salacious has got something to hang off of. Nice. Here, let me put it like this so you guys can see the whole thing. Whew, we did really good. Let me see, we've been about an hour and a half. We did really good time with this piece. You're gonna put the light like this so you can see a little bit better. Cyborg Valkyrie. Sai says, at some person, no longer sure we're having a summer one. Very little artist buy-in, and Shay and I literally get literally nothing out of dozens of hours of work. That's totally understandable. Totally understandable. I mean, it's one of those things where it's just like all any artist can do is just say thank you, you know, because it is a lot of work and you need to be getting something out of it. It's a promotion, or you need to be there has to be some benefit on your end other than, of course, helping everybody else, you know. So yeah, it's like either way it works out. I know that you'll let me know what's going on, and that's totally cool. I know everybody looks forward to it, but it's a good excuse for us to all hang out together. You know, instead of having an actual auction or something like that, we could probably just do hangouts where we do like live drawing instead. That way, you know, you get traffic, but you don't have to go through all the extra. There's a lot of extra work that I know you guys must have to go through in order to organize everything and stuff like that. So totally understandable. Definitely want you guys to do it because you want to do it and because, like, you know, it works out. Never want anybody to do something that's taking them back a step, you know? So it's all good in the hood. I'll still hang out with you guys. It's okay. Very, very cool. All right, guys. Well, I think the main part of the drawing is all done. This is what we've got. This is our piece for the evening. This is what you have forced me to draw against my will. Okay, you guys know I wanted to draw it. That is all good. Let me put the thing. I think what we'll do now is, like, I'll go ahead and I'll put it up for auction just in case anybody would like to bid on it. The only thing I ask is that if you do bid on it, just type the word bid next to your number. Now, if you do happen to be the person that wins the piece, I am going to completely ink this piece. It's not going to stay just in pencil. So we're going to ink the piece, and you'll also have the choice of telling me to, like, mod some of the elements here, so that way we can have it lean a little bit more, not safe for work, or we can have it just the way that it is. So it's all up to you guys. I'll grab a little piece of paper here so I don't have to scroll up too much. And we'll see what we got. Maurice in the house with $1 bid. And like I said, let's see, it's 122? Is it 122 or 125? We'll do this until exactly 1:30. But we'll let it go for like the 5 minutes. And then we'll do a 10-second countdown, and then we'll go from there. But Maurice in the house with $1. Maurice says no, more than $1. 69. It's just always the funniest bid. I love that bid. Kevin, you're late with $1 bid. Maurice apologizes. Kevin says he is bidding 69.69. I'm gonna write that down just because it's funny. It's 2 69s in a row. Oh man, you guys. Chris Dehan is in the house of 70. Thanks, dude. I'm gonna write that down real quick. That way I don't have to scroll up. Chris Dehan says 70. We had our 69. We had our 69 moment. This is good. Kevin's like, I like my 69. Maurice is back in the house of 75. Thank you so much, dude. You guys are awesome. Christy Hand is in here with 77. Thanks, bro. We got a tight race. We got a tight race going up in here tonight. And remember too, I'm gonna take the time out. I think I really want to color this one, so I'm gonna throw in digital colors, and then the high res file will be on our Patreon page. So like the safe version of it will be like up there for anybody to download, and then the not safe for work version will be like on the regular thing. So Maurice says no 80. Thanks, brother. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, this is going to be really fun to ink, dude. Get some cool little lighting in the background. Chris Dehan is coming back with 83. Thanks, dude. Maurice says no 85. We got like 3-ish more minutes, and then we'll do a 10-second countdown. Maurice is in the house. He's big man in the house right now with 85. And thank God I haven't gotten a coughing fit. Chris is back with 87. Thanks, Chris. This is a tight race, dude. This is a tight little bidding race right here. You guys are bringing the drama. Got 2 more minutes. And then we're going to count this bad boy down. Remember, I always use the, I go by the keyboard and I go by the live chat on YouTube. So if you're on our YouTube channel watching and you're in the live chat, that's where you want to be. That way you don't get sniped at the last minute. It's the one that's synced the best. If you're on one of the Facebook pages, the syncing between this Facebook page is kind of garbage. Marie says, I hate the exchange rate on the dollar. Dude, things are so crazy right now. I don't understand what's going on with anything right now. I feel like I'm just gonna stay in my studio and just make sure I keep drawing, and then when I wake up in a few years, I'm hoping people fix everything. I'm paying with loonies. Let's see. Okay, Chris, you're the big man right now. You've got 87. I got less than a minute left to go, and then I will start the old 10-second countdown, and then we'll go from there. Maurice says, no, twoonies. And then I'll need you guys' help a little bit, just in case whoever is the, just in case I don't see who is the highest bidder when I start doing the 10-second countdown. Because sometimes I mess up a little bit. I want to make sure we get the right person. Send a barrel of maple syrup. That's liquid gold. That's not too far from the truth, my friend. All right, it's almost time. As soon as it changes, we'll start doing the 10-second countdown. And then I'm going to chug a bottle of Robitussin or something. Just to put that cough to sleep. Marie says, I could do the maple syrup. All right, well, it is time, my friends. Hey, Josh, how you doing, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us. We're actually auctioning off the piece that everybody came together and gave ideas for during this episode. So this is actually a piece that belongs to all of us here. Right now, Chris is the big bid in the room with 87. And we're going to start doing the 10-second countdown now. As soon as the field clears, I type in the next number. So we're just going to go from there. So if you're We're going to see where the drama goes. We're going to see. I see up in them trees over there. We got 9, 8, 7, 6. Whew. Maurice in the house with 100. Check you out, brother. That's awesome. All right, Maurice, we're going to continue the countdown now. Some person says, I recommend getting that extra dark maple syrup. Chris Dehan in the house with 105. Thanks, bro. All right, continuing on. Let's see, we were at 6 and 5, 4, 3. Woo, at the 3 mark. Maurice says 110, my good friend. Got you written down there, my friend. Chris Dehan comes in at 111. Maurice says no, 112. Chris Dehan says no, 119. Kevin Green is in the house now with 125. Oh, 113, B20. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, bro. Oh, 120. There you go. But Chris Dehan is at 129. Maurice says 130. But Maurice says 139. Well, you said 130. So 130 is the large bid in the house right now because he didn't type in the word bid next to 139. All right. What number were we on? We're on 3. We're on 2. All right. Typing in 2. Here we go. 2. 1. I'm typing in 000 right now to mark it as sold. Here we go. And sold. Let's look at the. I gotta scroll up a little bit. The drama is like really thick tonight. The drama is really thick tonight. I think the largest bid in the house was 150, and it's between Kevin and Maurice. Kevin's did come in first. Chris Dehan was here. Kevin's came in first. Chris Dehan came in second at 141. Maurice came in at the same 150 right before the countdown, but Kevin did get it in first. So unless I'm mistaken, Kevin, you are the winner tonight. Please, everybody, congratulate Kevin. If you see something different in your YouTube chat, let me know right now, please, before I'm scrolling and making sure that I've got everything correct. Kevin's did come in first as far as I could see here. It came in at the 1 mark. I see the 153 bid, but it was after the sold. Yeah, Maurice, that's true. That's true. You and Kevin tied with 150, but I see Kevin's came in first. Kevin came in first, and then you came in right after Chris, right before the buzzer. So I think Kevin has got it. Is this true? Is this true? Kevin says, you mean I sniped Chris Dehan? Gasp. Yeah, Kevin's came in first. And right after Kevin, Chris Dehan came in at 141, which of course was lower. And then you came in right after Chris with your 150, but your 150 didn't beat Kevin's 150. So Kevin has got it. Maurice says, damn him. Kevin's like, where's Platinum in all this? We miss you, Platinum. We miss you, Plat. You guys are awesome. All right, Kevin, I'm going to write your name on the back of this one. I think I know your answer to this, but I'm going to ask you anyway, just to be sure. I think you do want me to lean this a little bit more, not safe for work, before I start putting in the inks on this fantastic piece that we came up with tonight. Christy Hen says, congrats. Yes, please, everybody congratulate Kevin. That was a tight race all the way up, guys. between me coughing and everybody like going up little by little by little, that was a tight race. That was a tight race. That was really good. You guys were kicking ass, man. That was awesome. Marie says, congrats, brother. That's awesome. That's awesome. This was a great, great Saturday night. May the 4th be with you all. Here, let me turn this off. This is all good. Yeah, this was a really, really cool night and a lot of fun. But every Saturday, I really look forward to this. I look forward to hanging out with you guys. Look forward to getting like crazy ideas from you and seeing what we come up with. Get some cool collectible artwork between us. It's a good excuse to have some fun. Just chill out for a little bit. And yeah, man, I look forward to it every weekend. I think I'm gonna go pass out now. I think I'm gonna go get some of that sleep. Kevin, I've got your name written on the back of this. This one's all yours. You're all set to go. I'm gonna go through the payment thing, but it's no rush on your end, Kevin. I'm only doing this for people that watch the show afterwards, like in a replay, or anybody who happens to be in the chat who they haven't seen the show before. They don't know how we do the thing. So that way, they just. I don't want them thinking that things just magically like switch back and forth and then they don't know how it happens. So after anybody wins the auction at the end of the jam session that we have, we spend the hour basically tossing ideas around and having some jokes and having a good time and just listening to the paper and trying to come up with a sketch together with some different elements. And then you see the picture that we got. This is what we all came up with together. And then basically just sending a PayPal to my email address here at billmossart@gmail.com. So if you do happen to be the winner, that's where you would send your PayPal. And then what happens is you include your mailing address when you send your PayPal, or you can actually email me directly at the same address. And what happens after that is I ink the piece, I finish it up. And then that's it. And then we do it all over again next Saturday. That's our thing. That's what we'd like to do. Kevin says, I'll make sure that Bill shares this with all you naughty people. Excellent. Yeah, I think we're going to put some color on this one too. This is going to be really fun to color. Give it some special treatment. Thank you, some person, for sharing the link. This is the link to our secret Patreon page. This is where we put all of our cool, more exotic artworks. All of our new artwork that we come up with, or adult stuff that we come up with, always will eventually and always end up on that Patreon page. If it's a safe for work piece, I try to upload it so that it's a public post, so you don't even have to be a member of the club to get those pieces. And if it's an adult piece, of course, it has to be behind the old paywall. You'll see that there's 2 different levels on the Patreon page. There's like a lower level and there's an upper level. Just choose the lower level. If you choose the upper level, that's awesome. It's like you're buying me an extra set of pens or you're buying me a coffee. That just means you're just offering some extra support because you want to. The lower level, it has access to everything that we put on the page. So that's all you need to do. Just choose the lower level, please. Some person also sharing the links to my website. Oh, you know what? Some person, I just changed my website name. Somebody stole my website name back like a few years ago. It was billmossart.com. The billmoss.com I think still works for now, so that's totally cool. But when it expires, it's gonna be billmossart.com only. So I just wanted to let you know because you've been cool enough to share my links and stuff, and that really, really helps a lot. That kind of support is super, super important. So I really do appreciate you doing that, dude. Kevin says it's no secret now, is it? Dude, I told you about the Patreon page that doesn't leave this room. It's between us. No, actually, please convince all of your friends to also sign up. it's nice to have a little bit of support, and plus it's kind of cool to have like one solid place where like we can share that artwork back and forth. So it's kind of cool to have that. Some person is also sharing Cat Mouse's site, which is awesome. Very, very cool. Please do support her over and check out her website. She's got all of her social links and all that good stuff over there. I said stove. Stuff over there. So yeah, that's super important. Thanks so much, dude. All right, I think that is it for tonight. I think we did good. This was a lot of fun. All right, guys. Well, it's been a good night. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. I know that we're going to chill out a bit tomorrow. Maybe watch some Andor, see how that is working out. Maybe I'll scroll the YouTubes, look for some MCU news. Hopefully something's going good with all that good stuff. And we'll see you next time. Hopefully next Saturday. Well, you know what? I'll look at my calendar before I put my foot in my mouth, because this Saturday was already different. No, next Saturday we should be okay. Next Saturday we should be here at the same time, 10 o'clock, instead of the midnight hour. So thanks for hanging out with me so late. I know a lot of you guys would like to get some sleep. So I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one, and thanks again. All right, good night, everybody.
Good night, Seattle.